Ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first ever Strathclyde TV. Oh, Jesus, that's not our name. Strath TV. Director's commentary. Today, I am joined by Jonny O'Kane.
Hello there.
Jonny is the director and writer of Losing Track.
And editor.
And editor.
Partially.
Well, he got the credit,
yeah,
so he's the editor. I am your host, Aidan Cooper. I'd also do the podcast, if you've maybe listened to that, possibly. And we're also joined by Gordon, who is sitting across the table, so can't see the video, but that's okay. We'll be fine. We're gonna just kind of watch the film. We might pause at points, and we'll just kind of give you some more info on how filming went. Whoa, visuals by Aidan Cooper. Oh my god.
Very well done, I would say.
Okay.
Aye, so this was the GoPro shot. This was first time I think we'd used a GoPro shot in a film, so that was quite fun to do. It was a bit of a hassle to set up. Once we actually got it working, that was quite good.
Yeah, because we tied it with put a nail through it to strap it, because the fucking thing broke.
Aidan as well added the times here because I wanted a bit of to show kind of rigidness in these sets.
It's not a mistake that the times are different. The time on his watch is actually his running time, not the time. I know it's slightly confusing, but it's not a mistake.
Now, these little bits for Aidan Lampton were really fun to film, to the point where I actually couldn't hold the camera at one point because I was too much busy laughing. That just goes to show Finley's charisma. What can I say?
I really liked the integration here, where instead of us having to do fancy CG, you just got the phone, because it actually looks really good. Yeah. I was worried that it maybe wouldn't, but it looks nice.
Yeah, there's no glare or anything.
Yeah.
Oh, and you got the shot, and this basically show his work that he's doing, and then also we have the scales, and the scales change throughout the film in the background. This was kind of like to visually show in another way his kind of deterioration, and we were able to film it in Cameron's room, and it was actually I think it worked out quite well because it felt very lived in, that he can take that as he can.
Yeah.
But yeah, really quite like that shot and what it kind of represents.
Yeah, I agree. I really love that shot. When I was editing it, because I've never really seen the footage, I was like, that's a great shot.
There's Finley took a shot of his apple juice, if anyone's...
Had 3 or 4 shots of that apple juice.
Yeah, struggled to get out of the media suite after that. More of my timestamps.
Yep. This was really good because they just kind of... obviously they were doing the script, but then also they kind of adjusted the dialogue where they needed to go. Like the 200 words out of nothing was improvised, and it works better, I think so.
Oh no, the first bad news of the short. He's not done so hot. I like this a lot because I feel like you can kind of believe that they're good friends, you know?
Yeah.
I think they played well off each other. How was it working with both Suyash and Jacob?
Oh, fantastic, man. If I thought I'd do something, they would do it. As much as Gordon thinks I was quite demanding, because I had to basically do it, hold the camera myself. I only had one free hand, so we couldn't do the clapperboard.
Yeah, so it would sync the audio.
So I had to snap my fingers for them to do it to start. It looks quite bad.
Yeah, it's funny in the edit because you just see your fingers going okay, and then they start.
I liked in the back of this, I noticed when editing that there's just a
tripod.
Yeah. Hopefully no one else noticed that. But maybe they just love making films.
Well, I was watching, there's a thing on Netflix called Loudermilk, and they're the same, they've left a tripod in it, and I don't think you really notice unless you do films or short films and stuff. So I guess most folk won't.
I could be anything.
Could be a fucking telescope, just minus the scope.
What are you talking about? Your average is 50.
That audio was quite a pain to sync up there between the two shots.
Yeah.
but I think I got to the point where I think it's okay.
Better than those stupid NPCs in the
Yeah, the audio is always the most difficult part for any short film. Like, that's why everything I do, I try and avoid audio as much as possible. But I feel like it turned out really well, especially like in terms of our projects. It's probably the best, like audio wise.
Definitely.
And here it is going into the toilet.
Pretend door.
Hopefully no one notices it unless they actually know the room.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think you would.
No. I think you just assume that is the door.
And pause there at 353. There's the scales pretty much off balance there.
I had never noticed this, so I'm glad you're pointing this out. I'm liking the little details.
It was the one prop that we used
Yeah.
that we bought. It was like £13 or something.
Yeah, $13.99 or something.
So yeah, that was the entire budget of the short film really. Those scales.
The scales.
So I tried to get my use out of them, even though I'd forgot them
Oh,
for some of the shots. I will
Yeah.
see that later. So I originally completely thought out where the scales would go throughout the film, and then we forgot it for a scene that we'll get to later on, and I then had to adjust like, right, when will they be tipped over, and I changed it to here.
nice.
You were 86 quid under budget.
I know, and so just get me to all the films, we're trying to stay budget friendly. And then we have the shot of Jacob kind of being alone.
Oh. And then back to the park, running again the next day.
Yeah, and he's constantly checking his watch. That's what I tried to convey, and Jacob did it quite well. In the GoPro, I didn't know how it was going to look, but it worked out pretty perfect. How he's just now constantly checking the time.
Yeah, I love shots like this where it's like similar, like two shots that are
Yeah.
similar, but they show different like stages of like life or whatever. So like in the opening, he was running really fast, and this time obviously he's struggling, and then it's basically the same shot, but
Ah,
it's just he's way more tired as well.
we filmed them back to back. It was basically like we did a good one, and then we did a bad one.
Yeah. Deliberately bad.
Yeah.
We must add, yeah.
Yeah, a deliberately bad run.
Yeah.
And I think that was a really good shot there. How he basically disappointed himself.
Yeah, Jacob does a good disappointed reaction.
Yeah.
Oh, I tried to sync up the time disappearing with the door slamming there. I think that turned out quite well.
It was very well done.
Thank you.
Now this was an accident, but this actually works
Yeah, this is amazing.
so well.
Yeah.
Basically, when he opens the laptop, and then we see again the scales completely off balance.
Yeah. Oh, is it when it gets
Gets dark.
dark?
Yeah, 'cause
I
we-
love this,
we never tried that. I guess it's just how the camera reacted to the laptop being so bright. It just tried to adjust everything else.
Yeah.
But it's amazing fucking shot.
Happy accidents all around.
100%.
Yeah. We'll just pretend. Yeah, Johnny, come on, stop lying. You meant to do that. It was very deliberate.
This is a shot that I hoped looked good. Basically, just focusing in and out of the camera to show he's getting tired.
Yeah.
From what I've gathered from people, it does convey it quite well. But that's why I was like, hopefully it doesn't just look cheap. Like,
Yeah, no, I definitely got that. Like, at first, obviously, I was like, oh, is it just lost focus? But then, because it continues,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, that's a deliberate
Mhm.
move. And I think that it does a good job, like, conveying the tiredness.
And that was like practical instead, because you can do that in like editing, but you've
Yeah.
done that like practically with just focus.
yeah. There he goes. That's actually my old advanced tire computer work on all of the stuff. I'm not going to use it again. So.
Oh, no. That is the time this time. That's not his running time.
That's the last time we're going to see in the film as well.
So
Yeah.
he sees Bart Simpson tattoo on his leg. Did say he wanted that in.
Oh, you've sent him an email. I feel like we've all got an email like that at some point during university, like an angry one, not for missing something, but maybe like an attendance one.
But you asked a stupid question.
Are you alive?
As I said in the handbook, something like that.
Oh, he's phoning his friend. Darren's gonna come over.
Aye, this is kind of his cry for help at this point in the film. Then a bit of uncertainty before Sugas comes in.
Out of the hallway / bathroom.
And my headcanon is he just has a spare key. They're that good friends. That's how
Oh.
he just got in.
Wow. Could there be a gay romance between them?
I don't really know. I did think of that at one point. Like, if they wanted to play it gay, I wouldn't stop them. But it wasn't never wrote it that way, but
Well, we did film that whole gay sex scene, but then decided to cut it out.
I like this as well, where like Darren mentions about the mental health, and that like Mark is very against the idea. Like he couldn't even admit, like it's kind of obvious to the viewer that that's what he's struggling with, but he can't admit it to himself. And I like that his friend is like looking out for him and doing his best to help him.
he is so caught up in what he's doing.
Yeah.
And he takes his pal to kind of step in. And that's what I wanted, because it was originally going to be a girl, his pal. And it was going to be like a situationship thing. But I thought it'd be kind of better to have like your pal try to step in, because
it's kind of like male like masculinity kind of thing. It's like a balance between like toxic masculinity and like positive masculinity.
And that last shot is one of the shots I had in mind for the beginning of when I first started doing it, because I'm alright to go back a wee bit.
Yeah, go for it.
Just so we know what I'm talking about. Because I knew I wanted it to be like they're together, and then he barely goes off. It kind of meant to show he's on the right track. He's not losing track anymore.
Yeah.
But he's only at the start of his kind of. So when you want to go in like metaphors for mental health problems, he's only at the start of his recovery, you could say.
Yeah.
And he can still go off track, but he's, for the most part, he can still go off track, but he's got to put an effort to keep it that way.
Yeah.
Basically.
So should we look forward to the sequel Back on Track?
2025.
Whoa. Teaser.
Yeah, and then the amazing credits by Aidan that he put in.
And very well done to the writer and director.
Thank you.
Jonny.
Jacob Smith.
Yeah, Jacob did a great job.
Suyash as well. Absolutely. Suyash was a bit of a, not last minute.
I mean, it was basically, yeah.
Aye, but he came in, I mean, and a great, what's it called? Audition.
Yeah,
That's what they're called.
yeah.
And came in and he did a great job.
Did a very good job.
Same with Finlay, even though he was kind of. Well, I wrote the part for Finlay.
Yeah.
Like I knew Finlay was going to do it.
Yeah.
Aidan Cooper, there you go.
Yeah, Gordon, you got your mention too.
Yep. And then
Yeah.
Evan and Michelle, had to give them a shout. I was very keen on making sure everyone gets their play. You know what I mean?
Definitely,
Yeah.
if they're involved, they should.
I also like that there was runners for this, because I feel like it was quite fitting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
was
never
going
thought
to
about that.
suggestion.
Yeah, I never even thought about that when I said runners. I just thought like the.
There we go.
Joke.
There we go.
Yeah.
Do we do any closing words?
Yeah. We'll have a little pause, and then I think it was a very, very good job you
Thank
did.
you. It was my directorial debut.
Yeah.
I think
So-
for your first one, it turned out very well. It was quite complex. There was a lot of like not loads of locations, but a decent amount,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
lots of very varied shots. I think was the thing I noticed, and I think like visually, it looks really strong. Like, I think sometimes we had issues with the camera and things not looking so good. But I think it looked really nice, and as I said earlier, like the audio turned out like not perfect, but out of all of the ones we've done,
It's the best,
yeah,
definitely.
pretty good.
Thank you.
So-
The storyboard as well
Oh
was shit
yeah.
hot, because I normally just do like wee stick figures with little fucking circles for head, but you had like the shoulders and the arms and stuff.
Aye,
Like,
because I can draw a wee bit, so I just kind of used those skills for the storyboards.
yeah, like the comic book kind of.
And as you mentioned, the audio for the most part was good. It was a couple of the running scenes were a bit of an issue.
Yeah.
Not for any like filming purposes, just the audio itself with the wind.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it worked out okay.
Yeah,
It worked out perfectly
we
fine.
do have a dead cat, but it just seems like with audio, it's hit or a miss whether it's good or not.
I think the audio got better once we took it off, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Aye.
I like in some ways liked some of the like background noise, especially like the second run scene where the background noise is quite loud, because I feel like it's more like showing the like kind of like turmoil kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
if the weather's kind of worse and you can kind of hear that, it's just kind of showing that like his mental state. I don't know if I'm just like totally pulling stuff off to do that. It's just like my ideas, but I like that. Obviously, probably not deliberate again, but I think it worked out well.
Yeah, that's a lot of what this film was, maybe unintentional, but it could work. But
Yeah.
I think there was maybe a Dutch angle in there. That was just because the thingy, what's it called?
The gimbal.
The gimbal just wasn't lining up, and I was
Yeah.
like, you know what, for this shot, it could be a bit
A
tilted.
bit tilted, yeah, definitely.
So, trying to think of anything else. Can I say something about Finlay? I think.
He did a great job.
It was in the room, actually, we shot in the room that we're filming this in.
Yeah.
Aye, that's what it was.
Across there.
We filmed Finlay scenes in this room to kind of make it like an Andrew Tate film thing, because like an Andrew Tate podcast, because that's kind of what it's based off of.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything else to say, 'cause if you're going to get me on a cheeky podcast, we can obviously go into it more.
Yeah, a lot
but-
more.
Yeah, we'll definitely do a podcast. We're just doing this today because we didn't have a massive amount of time, and we thought it'd be good fun, short-term viewing with a bit of visuals. But we'll definitely have Jonny back for a podcast, maybe with Jacob possibly again,
Yeah.
something like that. We'll keep you updated. But yeah, I think Losing Track was pretty great. I definitely would like to congratulate Jonny on his first project, because it turned out really, really good.
Thank you. I do appreciate that.
And I am definitely going to take inspiration from the storyboard thing, because that's
Yeah.
something I never really did.
It's
and it
such
works
a good
out
idea.
well.
Such
Yeah.
a good idea. It's a saving grace.
100%.
Thank
So yeah, if you made it all the way through the video, thanks for watching. I'm gonna go and edit the shit out of this.
Subscribe to Strath TV.
Subscribe to Strath TV.
Go watch Losing Track.
Yep.
Watch it 5 times and then share it with your friends and get them to watch it 5 times.
Exactly.
Please do, please do.
Any closing words, Jonny?
Thank you for listening. I hope if you did watch Losing Track, I hope you enjoyed it. It was my first time, so maybe go a bit easy on me.
Is there going to be more to come?
I hope so.
Oh.
You tell me, mate.
I'm away next year, you tell me.
Oh, that's good. Point. I need to ask Cameron. That's what I need to go through now. But aye, hopefully more to come.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. We'll save some content for the podcast. Yeah.
Exactly.
Peace out.